Hello, dude and dudettes. It is your boy, Dude Mungus. Come along with me as we share these tips that could save your life. Let's get into it.
Get it while it's hot, the Dude Mungus 3000.
What do you want from me?
No monkey.
Yo, my good people, what it do? Yo, I'm so excited about this, but it's not ready yet, but I'm so excited about this setup that we have for gaming, but we're gonna get into that real soon. But before we get into that, man, the riding season is upon us. I need you guys to be as safe as possible out here. Look, we're already on two wheels, bro. If one of these things go out, bro, it's gonna be a bad day. So I'm just gonna run you through some safety checks that you guys can do inside the house and outside the house to make sure you are as safe as possible. Let me set this camera down and let's get to it. Now, something I like to do is I like to have the wheels on the front stand so you can rotate the wheel freely. I like also having it on the rear stand so you can rotate the wheel freely. One of the first things I check is tire pressure. Check your tire pressure. Make sure your tire pressure is good. I told you guys before, I used to be a tech at a motorcycle shop in Lawrenceville, and the number one issue we had was tire pressure. People would come in, my bike, something's wrong, it feels sluggish, something's not right. We would literally adjust the tire pressure to what it was supposed to be, and they was like, what did you do to my bike? We just checked the tire pressure, bro. That's all we did. Please check your tire pressure. While you're checking your tire pressure, you know, tires have an expiration date on it. Make sure you're within your time limit, and also make sure that you have enough tread. Most tires have like a wear indicator on them. Make sure you pay attention to this wear indicator. And let me grab my phone. I don't even know if it'll show up there, but most tires, you can see it, and it's this mark right here. You can see it, you see that line going straight across? That is your wear indicator. You wanna make sure you have enough tire depth, front and rear. You wanna make sure you have enough tread on your tires that you're not running super thin, because while we don't like to get caught in the rain or we don't like to be in compromising situations, sometimes it's your tires, man. If you had better tires, you would have been okay. We went to the track last year and we had a gentleman that went down, and honestly, if he would have had better tires, he probably wouldn't have went down. Or if he had had that situation in the situation room, the tires, better tires maybe would have saved him from going down. Now, it doesn't stop everything from happening, but if you got a situation in the situation room, having better rubber is going to be good, because better rubber allows you to accelerate out of a situation if you have that situation. It also allows you to brake. Good tread will let you brake. If it's slick, it's old, it's not going to work. Now it's almost time for me to change my tires. My front is still looking pretty decent, but I like changing my tires as a set. I went through two rears and I'm still on the same front, so it's about time to change the whole set together. My rear is flattening out because after dyno pulls and 200 mile per hour pulls and just riding on the street regular, I'm getting my little flat spot. So yo, it's time to change that and make sure we're good for the season. You also notice, that's why it feels so good when you have fresh tires. Like the bike leans and turns so good when you have fresh tires. That's how the bike is supposed to be. But over time it wears out and gets flat, and we just kind of get used to, you know, operating with it. And then you get a new set of tires, you're like, holy crap, it's like a new bike. It's because the bike wasn't operating like it was supposed to. While we're up here front, you know, you're checking your tires. Also check your rim. Make sure, now I have my wheel weights taped up, but make sure your weights, if you needed them, are still on your wheel, because if those weights are gone, you're gonna get this weird vibration in your front wheel, and you'll feel it in your handlebars. You're like, yo, something's weird. And it's when you get up to speed, it's like it's weird. So make sure your wheel weights are there. Make sure there's no dings or nicks that'll be compromising to making sure the bead is holding onto the tire. And again, while we're here, check the brakes. Make sure the brakes work. You know, get a feel for how it rolls, how it works. You should get a real good feel. Gently press your brakes and then press them hard. Make sure your bike is doing what it is designed to do. Also, you hear, check your lights. Check your bright lights. Your bright lights work. Everything's working. hazards working, cool. Everything seems to be working as it should be working. Also, while you're going through the bike, check nuts and bolts. See if anything is loose. See if anything's like, nah, that shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is good. I like rubbing on the bike, trying to just see if something's there that's not supposed to be there. If something feels weird, you know, just anything you can do. Also here, check your brake fluid. Shake it around. See it. Make sure your brake fluid is there. Make sure your brake fluid is clean. Also, with checking your brakes, make sure you have enough pad on your brakes. You got to check this stuff out, because again, we're on motorcycle had 2 wheels, and if something goes bad with one of these wheels, bro, it is bad juju. I like getting underneath the bike. I like looking. Not only looking, I like smelling. Let me see. Do I smell coolant? Does it smell like the bike is burning oil? Does it smell funny? What is that smell? I like to smell. I like to feel around. I like to tap on my exhaust, make sure it's bolted, and I'm checking the springs that are on my aftermarket exhaust, making sure they're not leaking. I have aftermarket parts from Alifperformance on here. I am checking to make sure my straps are bolted down tight. I'm checking to make sure my straps aren't frayed, because over time things wear out. This is a wearable part. Making sure it's not frayed, because you don't want to be in full tuck. You don't want to be in full tuck 200 miles per hour and this strap break. Now that will be an interesting ride, because if anyone who uses straps, when you release them, whoo, it pumps up. So imagine being at 200 miles per hour and that jump brake is like, bro, no, I don't want to do that. Checking foot pegs. Now I'm at my rear brake. Checking my pads on my rear brake, checking my brake lines, making sure everything is good. And you literally just go through the bike and check all of this stuff. Over here, I'm on the clutch side. I'm just checking my buttons. This is what you can do in the house. Just checking my buttons, making sure all the controls are doing what they're doing. My kickstand, making sure it operates smoothly. Kickstand is a safety switch as well. So you want to make sure you cut the bike on. I'm not going to cut the bike on because everyone's asleep right now. But you cut the bike on and your bike is in first gear. You flip the kickstand down. The bike should stop. Now, a lot of times you'll see people stall out at a traffic light or something, or they go to take off from wherever they are and the bike just cuts off. It's because the kickstand is down. It's a safety switch. Make sure all your safety switches is working. Make sure your clutch overrides everything. You know, there's basic stuff you got to check. Your throttle. Make sure it's snappy. Make sure it's not getting stuck on anything. Sometimes you might need to trim a little bit of the grip back to make sure it's not getting stuck on anything. Make sure your grips aren't just rotating, you know, as you're riding, because that's annoying and dangerous at the same time. Go through this basic check, and that's what you can do in the house. One other thing that I like to do while I'm in the house, I know this sounds like a plug, but it really isn't. I clean my bike with Shine Armor. One thing you want to do is clean your bike. You want your bike to be as clean as possible. So if you do get a random oil leak, you can be like, hey, my bike was clean right here, and now there's an oil leak. This is where my issue is. This is why you want to keep your bike clean. Now, again, scrumdiddly is a thing, because, hey, scrumdiddly over everything. But this is a huge reason why I keep my bike so clean. If something goes wrong, I can find it almost instantly. Fork seals. Keep around your forks, this metal part right here, it's all metal, but this metal shiny part, silver part, keep that joint clean, bro. You don't want any debris getting in there. Keep that joint clean. So God forbid, when the seal does go bad or something, you will know, hey, this seal is bad because I cleaned that this morning and now there's residue there. All right, let me get dressed. Let's jump on the bike and then let's go talk about it. Man, I love this aim dash. Ooh, ain't started the bike in a week. Actually, it's been about 2 weeks. Okay, bet. Talk to him. This is a true cold start. Oh my gosh. That never gets old. That jigsaw pop never gets old, bro. It just never gets old. Yeah, sir. Alright, do that. So we're out on the street, and like I said,
you want to make sure you not only do what I consider a static test, which is your basic motions of testing stuff that you can test inside, but you also want to give it, you know, a test outside. And for that test outside, you want to make sure you start off kind of gentle. You don't want to go full yeet, full ham right away, because you don't want to go full yeet ham, grab a fistful of throttle, and then it's like, crap, my brake's not working. Now you're in a situation room. You don't want to do that. So take it easy, and it ain't like you got to go out here and, you know, try to hit stoppies or anything like that. Just do some normal riding. Yeah, I know people see sport bikes and they see these videos of Mungus in the back, and they're like, hey, this bike lives at 200 mile per hour. No, it doesn't, bro. It lives in normal conditions. It lives in conditions like, as soon as I finish filming this video, I'm going to get some Taco Bell for me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, it lives in normal conditions. Now, when it's time, when I need it, I can hit it with the yeetlage. You know what I'm saying? But right now, while I'm checking, it's okay. So right now, I've checked and make sure there's no leaks, make sure there's no funky, you know, things like that going on. So I'm checking the brakes, I'm checking how the bike is maneuvering. Also, during this time, I normally, for you guys that don't know me, that haven't been following the channel for a while, I talk about this very often. And I am a musician. I play drums. I play drums for my church. That's a huge reason to why you always hear music somewhere in my video. It's because I love music. I incorporate music into my videos, into my content, because music is a part of me, bro. Like, it's something that I do. But when I'm doing this check to make sure I'm good for the year and good for the season, I'm not listening to music. I'm listening to the bike. I am becoming one with the bike, so I know if anything sounds weird or different. Like, I'm so in tune, I am so locked in with this bike, that if it does something different, I'm like, wait a minute, that's weird. Even when I'm listening to music, if I hear a noise or something, I'm like, nah, that's not right. Something's off. And that's just because I'm literally in tune with this bike. I know every little creak, I know every little squeak it might want or try to make. I know it. So if it does something different, I'm just like, nah. If I feel an extra vibration, I'm like, wait a minute, is that the bike or is that the road? Like, what is it doing? Like, I'm very in tune with this bike. And you should be very in tune with your bike or your machine, that you know it that well, that you coming into a light corner like this and you're like, oh, it felt sluggish, or oh, it tipped in too fast, or man, it felt like, you know, the bike was about to wash out. You need to know, hey, something is wrong. And it doesn't take an extreme ride to be able to check and see if something's going on with the bike. So just as you do your normal riding, just check stuff out. So I don't need to downshift. I don't need to go through the gears as much as I am, but I'm checking, making sure everything is right, because again, you don't want to go out and not have checked your tire pressure, and now you're in. First of all, I'm gonna get to that part. You just don't want to be that guy, bro. You don't want to be the guy that messes up and ruins everyone else's ride that day because you didn't check your bike, bro. Now, I understand things happen. You rolling down the road, a rock fly up, hit your radiator, bro. You can't do nothing about that. It is what it is. You rolling, you catch a nail, bro. It is what it is. You can't do nothing about that. But I am talking about stuff you can prevent. So you don't want to get out and get up to Blood Mountain or Brushy Mountain and be deep in the corner like, crap, my tire pressure's off. The bike ain't doing what it needs to do. You need to check that out on the street, normal riding, by yourself, bro. Just check it out and see what's going on. So I'm listening to the bike. I'm listening to how the bike is idling. I'm looking at my gauges. I'm making sure all my lights pop up where they need to pop up. You know, as I'm riding, I'm not only using the quick shifter, I'm also pulling the clutch, making sure I have free play, making sure when I pull the clutch, even in neutral, when you pull the clutch in, you will feel the bike is in neutral. I said that wrong. Even while you're in neutral, you will feel when you pull the clutch in. You will pull the clutch in and the bike will just get this unbelievably buttery smooth, and you can tell, okay, my clutch is in, my clutch is engaging how it's supposed to. The pressure of how I engage my clutch feels right, how I'm shifting my gears feels right. It doesn't feel like my shift rod or anything is loose, because I had an instance where my shift bolt, the rod, the bolt that holds the rod and just back completely out. And I was out there yeetlish getting it. And I was like, dang, bro. My dad used to say, he was like, experience is the best teacher. And I mean, my man wasn't lying, bro. My man wasn't lying. I've had some experiences, and it's definitely taught me, like, yo, Mungus, bro. You need to get that together. So as I'm behind this car, I accelerate a little bit, and I gently tap my brake just to make sure it's working. Not only the front brake, but I get on the rear brake a little bit. We're going uphill, so there's a little bit more of a load on the bike. I am literally just checking out everything that is on the bike. I'm going to switch rider modes on the fly, and I'm going to check my rider modes just to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. A is my smoother rider mode, so this is the mode I use when I'm at the racetrack. This is also the mode I use when I'm on the mountains. But this mode also, it's a yeet and get it, bro. You can get it on this mode too. Truth be told, this is really it's not far off of my kill mode. We did change some things, but it's not far off my kill mode, and I can already tell by switching modes, the bike is still doing what it's supposed to do. It's still operating how it's supposed to do. Oh, and that truck is so butter daggum smooth. So I'm gonna switch it back to kill mode. I normally ride around in kill mode all the time, which kill mode is B mode for me. My tuner name is B, so I decided, yo, let's make kill mode B mode. And what he's done with B mode is, it is stupid, bro. It is. I can't tell y'all what we did, but I am telling you, a tune will change your life, bro. Now, I got the tires warmed up a little bit. Still, I'm not doing nothing crazy, but I'm just let's test the bike out at lean a little bit and let's see what it does. But nothing crazy. Getting off the bike a little bit, just seeing how it does, seeing how it feels with the throttle. On the throttle, it feels fine. Car's coming out, brakes work. You can't cheat the street like a racetrack because it's just not. Making sure my on-off throttle response is where it needs to be. Tires feel amazing. You know what I'm saying? The bat is doing what the bat is supposed to do. And now that I've ridden a few miles, it feels so good. But anyway, now that I've ridden a few miles, you know, this is just how it goes. You clean the bike up, you've ridden a few miles. Let's check for any leaks. Let's check for any road grime. Let's see if something's weird. So let's get in the sunlight and let's check it out. Let's see what we got. Alright, raise it up. We're off the bike, so we're just checking it out. I mean, of course the bike looks amazing, but we're just checking it out, seeing what we got. I'm going over fork seals, making sure there's nothing leaking. I'm checking the chain, making sure there's no kinks, which I think I'm going to change my chain because the EK 3D chain is just a brighter gold than what this is, so I think I'm going to switch up to that. I'm looking for anything. The bike is not leaking. I'm smelling. I don't smell any coolant. I don't smell any exhaust, like an exhaust leak. Just literally looking over the bike, making sure we're good. I know a lot of people rev just to be annoying, but rev to see if you hear something different. Like you literally check everything out. Check the brakes, they feel good. Brake lights coming on, brake lights coming on. Hazards are good. Hazards are good. Again, you just check out everything. You check your bolts, make sure nothing's loose, make sure nothing's funky, and we good, we solid. But we are gonna get a couple pictures up in this bad boy though. Now, I won't make you guys sit through this, but something else you want to do is make sure your cooling system is working. Make sure you let the bike idle up. Let it warm up. See if the cooling fans work. See if the coolant is working. See if it's still good. Make sure that joint cool back down. Let the bike warm up. See if the fans kick on. You know, like, bro, check your bike out, bro. You do not want to be out here. Uh-oh, rookie move. You do not want to be out here. First of all, you don't want to be out here looking like a rookie. But you just don't want to be out here unsafe, bro. We're only on 2 wheels, bro. The motorcycle had 2 wheels. We're only on 2 wheels, bro. We don't have the luxury of having them extra 2 wheels, which we don't want them anyway. But I'm just saying, bro, we got to do our part too. I hear my fans are kicking on right now. The bike got up to 201. It's already down to 194 just from the fans kicking on, just like that. Do your part, guys. And like I said before, dudettes, I was gonna get back to the gear aspect. You know, I'm not preaching, hey, do it, do you. You know what I'm saying? I just prefer to stay protected. I think you should have some sort of protection on. You never know. You never plan on anything happening. You never want anything to happen. You just want to be protected. You want to be safe. One of the brands I choose to stay safe with is MBT. I'm in MBT leather gloves. I'm in their AA rated bomber jacket. I'm in their AA rated CE level, pants, the LTRs 2.0s, and I love these things. You would not tell by looking at me that I am armored up. I have AA protection everywhere, even down to my shoes. I wear official motorcycle gear. I am always in motorcycle gear, even though it looks like I'm in normal clothes. Everything is protected and certified. You guys do what you want to do. It doesn't have to be MBT. You can choose anything you want to choose. Just please protect yourself, bro. Even daggone bugs and rock chips hurt, bro. Because even with your gear, you want to check and make sure your gear is good too. Make sure you ain't, stitches ain't coming loose, bro. Check your stuff. But anyway, dude and dudettes, I appreciate you guys rocking with me. You know who it is. It's your boy, Dude Mungus.
No market. No market. Thank you for watching, dudes. No market.